Alright guys, how's it going today? So, yeah, here's another exciting video for you. So, yeah, winter's still here. It hasn't left yet. I was kind of hoping we'd leave early, like, early. But I guess not. It's just gonna still stick around yet. Kind of glad that December's getting to be over with here. That means we're just another month closer to spring. So as long as spring comes early, So, but yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna pick up some. I'm starting to get kind of slowly start building a parts pile, and so I got multiple projects on the freaking go, and this is, you got to try to balance that money between everything. So, you guys know the electric fence. I'm actually gonna pick up some posts at the end of the month, of this month, because my YouTube money comes in, and I'm going to use that YouTube money to pay for some extra fencing supplies. I think this wire is enough, but I don't think we need any more of that. I mean, if we do, we can get more of it, but I'm going to pick up, I think we should have enough of those clips, I think, but I'm going to pick up some electric fence posts at the hardware. He's got two different kinds. He's got some metal ones, and then apparently he's supposed to have fiberglass, which is what we have now. But I haven't seen them, so I don't know what the fiberglass ones look like. But I've seen the metal ones, and I think they're about $2 and some change a piece. So I should be able to pretty much get all of what he's got sitting there on the shelf. And yeah, because we need to get this project going, because I want this to be done for 2021. So in the spring of 2021, we can expand out, even though we're just doing the dike for right now, but that's still better than nothing. And well, besides that too, we also have to buy a bigger energizer as well. That was a huge explosion. What the fuck was that? That sounded like somebody was lighting up a freaking stick of TNT. I don't know where the hell that come from. Did the house blow up? No, house didn't blow up. That didn't sound healthy, whatever the hell it was. Huh. That sounded ugly. Whatever the hell it was, it sounded pretty damn ugly. So, yeah, so that's one project that obviously we're trying to get done here. This is going to take another couple of months yet, but it's winter time, so we're not in a hurry for this. So a little bit here and there, and we'll be done with that. But yeah, so that's that project that I'm trying to get done. And then I got the grain truck, which is kind of my project. This is kind of just, all of our project. The grain truck's just mine. And, well, we're going to use the grain truck for the farm, but, I'm putting the money into it. So for the grain truck, I'm going to buy a new starter for it, because my uncle thinks that the old one is seized. That's why it wouldn't start. So I'm going to have to I'm going to buy another starter. And I found a couple of websites that sell them, but they're not brand new. They're remans. So, they're technically new anyway. So, but they're like $250. And that's not including shipping yet. So, there probably could be a net of $25 to $30 in just shipping. Who the fuck knows? So I'm going to break down. That'll probably be more towards getting closer to spring. when I do that. It might even be, well, it could be next month, but I don't know. It's going to be later on for sure, because that's going to be the most expensive thing that I buy for that truck. I'm still having, this is where I kind of need your guys' help a little bit, but I don't know exactly what that grain truck takes for oil. So I kind of did, because it's just so hard to find information on these trucks. I don't know why it's so hard to find it on Google. So you can find anything else. You can find everything else on Google, so why the hell not these things, right? But, I mean, they're out there, but they're hard to find. But I found one website where they were talking about these trucks, because there's one guy that he was rebuilding one as well. And he put 10W30 in it. So I bought 10W30. Because I don't know what else to get, because information for these trucks is hard to find. So I'm hoping that's the correct oil for it. If not, well, that's what it's just going to be running on anyway. So I bought 6 quarts of that. I think I should have gotten a 7th one, because I kind of wanted to do a flush. But I imagine most of the junk's probably sitting at the bottom of the oil pan anyway, so I probably don't really need one. But yeah, so I bought 6 quarts of that, because apparently that's what the truck takes, is 6 quarts. I don't know, because that's what also the guy said that he bought for his truck was 6 quarts. So I figured that's probably what it takes. So I'm just trying to find any information that I can on these fucking things, because I don't know where else to go. Because there's only so many websites that I've found that they pretty much have limited information to give me. So I went to gas station over there, and I got some oil, and I wanted to get some spark plugs. So I wanted to see if he had spark plugs. I think these ones that were in the truck, they could be okay. I think, I don't know if you can clean them things up or not, and maybe just reuse them, but I was kind of maybe just hoping to get some new ones, just so I knew that, you know, the truck is fairly, you know, it's got fairly good new parts in it, so it shouldn't have no issue starting once I do get the new starter put in. But I don't know if International took a special type of spark plug or not, because he doesn't have them in stock. I don't know if he just doesn't carry them, or if he just didn't have them at the time, or really he said that he didn't have any. So I don't know if these are like a special type of spark plug or what, but they're, I think the diameter of them, which is the thread part, I think, is a 14 millimeter. And I don't know what newer spark plugs are like. I don't know if they're slightly smaller than that, or if they're bigger than that. I don't really know, because I don't buy a lot of spark plugs. So I've only ever bought one spark plug in my life, and that was for the trimmer down here, which also needs to be taken into the house, because I'm also going to break that thing down too at some point, because that thing does not want to start at all, and I'm getting fed up with it. So I might end up taking that into the house, going down into the basement with it, and I'm just going to strip the carburetor off, because I watched a video on it, and they said that there's something in the carburetor that's supposed to have like a dent in it, and if it goes flat, then apparently that's what causes your hard starting. So, and if I can't fix the problem, then I'm going to have to break down and buy a new trimmer, because I don't think anybody around here fixes trimmers. So, and this trimmer's over, you know, it's about 10 years old as well, so it's probably got a lot of hours on it, so it's probably wore out too, but I don't know. So, but anyways, back on the grain truck. The little bit of information that I did find on the spark plugs is that it's a 14 millimeter, and they're supposed to be gapped anywhere from 0.028 to 0.032. They're supposed to be gapped, I guess, within that range. So, and I know that's probably what those old spark plugs are, but I don't know if anybody around here sells that type of spark plug. I don't know if that's a common spark plug or if it's an older style, and I don't know really what to do there. So if anybody knows maybe where I can find those type of spark plugs online, let me know. I'm going to do a little bit of digging around, but I don't know who would sell that. I might take a look at A&I. I think Risty recommended them. So I don't know if they'll sell a starter for that truck or not, but they might have spark plugs for it. But I don't know. I got to look. I haven't looked yet. But if anybody knows of any other websites besides A&I, because I don't know if A&I will have them either. But if anybody else knows where I can buy that type of spark plug, I guess let me know, because apparently they're kind of they're probably not special, but they're an older style, I suppose. And maybe I don't know, I just figured spark plugs were spark plugs and they work no matter what. You know, and the thing with that truck too is that it's still a 6-volt system, and I don't know, you know, if that really matters or not. So that is that. I need to find some spark plugs, and couldn't find any useful information on oil besides that one little line which said 10W30. But that was coming from a guy that was rebuilding one. So, or that has rebuilt one. So I don't know. But it's going to run on that regardless, because that's what I have. So I put money into it, and I don't think anything else around here can run on 10W30. I mean, I don't know, maybe the cars do, I don't know, but the truck has got a pretty small engine in it, so I imagine it runs car oil pretty much. So he said 10W30, so that's what I got. So I don't know if that's correct or not, and I didn't order a book on it yet, because you can get books on these trucks, but they're so expensive. They're really, really expensive. So, and just figured, well, I shouldn't have to spend money to get information off of something, these trucks are so bloody old now, it's like, this kind of information should be free, So, I don't know. Like I said, I did find another diagram on those engines, and that's where I figured out the spark plug size and everything, and what they needed, but it didn't tell me anything about oil. So, again, I don't know what's out there. I've looked on a couple of websites that I found in the past, and they just didn't have anything useful. They have some useful stuff, but it's not what I need as of right now. So, I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. Just want to kind of get a parts list together, because I kind of would like to hit it hard next spring and just go all out and just hammer down and give her. I'm going to order, I can get this off of Harvard Freights, but I need to get some ramps so I can put the front end of the truck up on some ramps so that I can crawl under it a little easier, because my fat ass don't fit under there. Even with the tires full of air and the truck being pulled out of its holes from sitting in the ground for so long. Not enough ground clearance. Not enough clearance between my fat ass and the truck. So I get wedged up in everything real easy like. So the truck has to be up on jack stands. And plus, well, it really doesn't have to be for changing the oil, because I can crawl under it decent enough that I could get to the drain pan. No problem. So, and that's kind of another thing too. That's another thing too. I'm going to get some transmission oil. That's another thing I need to know too, because I can't find information on this transmission, anything that is, that's actually important. I don't know how many quarts of transmission oil that truck takes. There's no dipstick, so you can't check oil that way. I don't know if there's a way of checking oil. Well, the way I've always seen it is like, kind of for this engine right here, this little tiller engine, how you can measure the oil level in this guy, because it's a small engine, so it doesn't have a dipstick, but you can check its oil in the little yellow cap. That's also your little filler, and it says in the book to have it, I think like 3 or 4 threads from the very top of that. So I don't know if maybe International is doing that same theory with their same thing with their transmissions. Maybe it's got 2 plugs in it, and then you drain it, and then you just keep filling it up until it runs out the top hole. Which, I mean, I'm guessing that's what it takes. That's what you have to do, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm guessing that's what it must be, because I mean, how else are you going to check? How else are you going to know what your level is? So, and that's kind of another thing too. I don't know if there's even anything in that transmission. So, I think I'm just going to, because once I get the damn thing up on jack stands or up on ramps, it'll be a lot easier to crawl around under it and do what I got to do. But I'm probably just going to drain the oil out of it regardless, and just be done with it. But if there's anybody out there that knows how many quarts it takes to fill that transmission, because I imagine that's not a very big transmission, because it's not a very big truck. So, but I still don't know how many quarts it should take to fill it. So I guess if anybody knows, I guess let me know. I guess just let me know, so then I can start stocking up on that too. Like I said, I want to get a stockpile going, because spring actually will be here a lot sooner than we think. So, because we had a late winter got here kind of late, so now, because usually it starts snowing in like October, we start getting little dustings of snow in October, but this year we just got snow a few days ago. I mean, we've had snow on and off all of the month of November and a little bit of December, but it always usually kind of just melted away and disappeared. So, but now I think this stuff is staying. So, but I want to get a parts pile going for the truck. So if there's any information that you guys can give me on that truck, I don't know. Same thing with the, I suppose he's going to go check up on his damn vans. I guess if anybody knows on the, I guess it would be the axle, the rear axle on this truck. I'm guessing that would just take gear oil. Again, if anybody knows, let me know. I imagine it probably wouldn't take transmission oil, but I'm guessing gear oil. But yeah, if anybody knows, I guess let me know, so then I can see if I can find that stuff. I don't know if the gas station would have that. They probably would, but I don't know. I guess they're going to take one of those vans. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Gotta ruin my video, don't ya? So I don't know. But yeah, like I said, if any of you guys know, I guess let me know. But other than that, that's just, I'm gonna have to, I'll just have to wing it. That's pretty much all I can do. It's just wing it and hope that that van is not happy. That thing is whining. They're gonna take one of those vans, I guess, but ooh, they started it. Jeez, you don't even let them warm up. What the hell's wrong with you? One of them sounded like a diesel. It's kind of odd. Well, they are BMWs. I think BMWs did make some diesel ones at one point. So, well, that's kind of interesting though. At least they're getting rid of some of those stupid things, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, if any of you guys, I think Greasy 6 would know more about him. Not because he's old. I'm not saying that. It's just because he owns trucks like that, and I think he's got a lot of experience with them. So But his trucks are slightly larger than ours. But I mean, they're pretty much the same. I don't think that would really matter all that freaking much. But I think he's got what trucks does he? I don't think he owns any of the L series. I think he's got the R series trucks. So they're a little bit bigger and newer than mine, but you know, it's pretty much still same concept. I imagine they got pretty much the same engines, just slightly bigger. So I believe International, I think they're silver diamond engines, which is what this is, and that's what I think Roosty6 told me, that that style of truck would have the silver diamond engines in them. I think there was a silver, a blue, a red, and then I think there's a black diamond. So silver diamond, blue diamond, red diamond, and then a black diamond. And I think as the trucks got bigger, then obviously the engines got bigger as well, and I think that's why they changed the names. So, but it is kind of neat to see that though too. I've seen some pictures on that as well. Pictures of blue diamonds, red diamonds, and then black diamond engines, and they're all painted those exact colors too, which I find actually kind of neat. Unfortunately, my truck should have a silver engine, which is not silver anymore. It's more just like dirt, so it's all rusted. But rust is a color too, so I'm not gonna paint it. I'll degrease it. That's about all I'm doing to it. So I'm not going for a show quality truck. This truck's here to work. So, and I think I've said this before. I don't remember. I might have. I probably should have anyway. But I talked to my uncle earlier on this summer when I was working on it, and he said that there is nothing wrong with that engine. He says the reason why it was parked was because they no longer had a use for it. So technically, there should be nothing wrong with that engine. So, yeah. But unfortunately, things sit, I'm really surprised the rats haven't gotten to it and chewed all the fucking wiring and shit. Because the wiring's still it's pretty good yet. It's old, but it's still a 6-volt system. But maybe one day I'll have it converted to 12 volt. I think you can do that. Or you can buy those kits I have no bloody clue. But I'd have to find somebody that works on classic trucks and let them do it professionally so it's done right. So, because all I'm going to ever be doing is just splicing wires back together if they should break. That's about all I'm doing. So, but yeah, so if anybody has any information on where I can get those spark plugs, I'm going to do a little bit of digging around too. I might check A&I just to see what they have. But if any of you guys out there have any other websites I can take a look at, let me know. Because I need to find more information, especially on the engine, the transmission, and the axle. Because that's really all that's priority right now. That's all you need to get these trucks going. So, everything else doesn't matter. The bearings don't matter for the wheels. The rubber doesn't matter. The tires are fine, so I'm going to probably just keep those on there anyway until they blow. But I know that one headlight's blown out in that truck, but lights don't matter. I'm not going to do anything with wiring or lights because that doesn't matter. It's, if the engine won't run, there's no sense of doing anything else. So, but I want to get it running first. Well, my uncle thinks we need a new starter, so I'm going to order a new starter. Hopefully that'll fix the issue. I got to change the oil. I definitely need to change the oil in it because that's got diesel fuel mixed in with it. So I know if we probably tried to start it, it probably would blow the engine up. And I'm not buying another engine. So all I want to do is get a new starter put in it and then see if the starter can turn the engine. And if that turns, I'll just bump it. And then if the engine actually rotates a little bit, then I'm going to stop, drain the oil, put new oil in it, new spark plugs, and then I have to get a 6-volt battery, but we can take the one out of the tractor. out of the 400 for now. That'll work. And then fire it up. See if she comes to life or not. I'm hoping it will. I'm hoping by maybe next fall of next year, it hopefully will be up and running by then, but don't hold your breath to that. So, because like I said, now is the time to start stockpiling parts. So I'm gonna go a little hard on that, and supposedly now, don't hold this against me, or I'm probably wrong, but supposedly sometime this month, I think, we're supposed to get another check from the government. But now I'm hearing it's only going to be $600. And this is for every American. Because they've already done the businesses now. Apparently the businesses were supposed to already get their money. Minnesota, North Dakota, Texas, California, all those places, they're supposed to be getting it now. I think they started even yesterday, I think. I don't know. But I know the vaccines are out. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was supposed the businesses were supposed to start getting their money. So, but now they're talking about regular people, like me and you. So, but I've heard so many different stories. First, I heard we were supposed to get 1,200, and then Trump wanted to, I think it was Trump, he wanted to up it to 2,400, $2,400. And then now, supposedly, it's down to $600. So, well, $600 isn't going to really do anybody a lot of damn good. But for me, if I was to get it, it would be enough to probably just pay a couple of small bills. But that would be nice, would be a win-win for me. Because, 2 less bills to pay for, so therefore more money. So therefore, I can buy more parts for the truck. I can buy more fencing supplies, and I can get it more in like a bulk form than just one piece at a time, So, but I don't know. So that's what's going to happen. Gonna get some more. Gotta start stockpiling parts so we can get on with this, because we need to start getting the ball rolling. The Farm LA, because that's another project. That was supposed to actually be the main project, but the engine's still stuck, and I haven't even checked it all winter. Because I know it's going to be stuck anyway. So I figured, okay, tractor's not going to go. Tractor's going to fight me probably every inch of the way. So I figured, okay, well, I want to go tinker around with the grain truck then, just to see what that's going to be like. And yeah, the engine was stuck on that as well, but, after soaking for, honestly, probably only maybe a week, I was able to put a wrench on it and turn it by hand. It was stiff at first, but she's moving around now. So that's why now the grain truck's priority, because it turns, it's not stuck. So now I'm going to put all my effort into the grain truck. And plus, we kind of could use a bale hauler. I know that we're only going to probably be able to haul 2 or 3 bales at a time. But that's usually all we get at one time anyway, so it's fine. Because the 1500, the Chevy pickup, that thing's wore out, and it's just, we can only haul 1 bale at a time. Whereas if we had the grain truck, we could haul, at least 2 at a time and be done with it. That's another thing too. The grain truck is going to need a new block heater, because the cows... Yes, the cows, but from many, many years ago, they ate the end off. I don't know what cow did that. That was probably even before my time, probably, but they ate the end off. The connector. Oh, you guys know. You guys think that's stupid. But yeah, the little end. The cows, one of those cows ate it off. So, I don't know whatever happened, but. So, I don't know if anybody knows what type of block heater would fit in that. If maybe just any kind would fit in there, I don't know. Again, if anybody knows where I can find that information, or if you have actually a website where I can buy the parts, let me know. Because it's going to need a block heater too, because we're going to need that. Because even when we start hauling hay, which is usually closer to springtime, you know, he can still get some cool days yet, so it'll definitely still have to be plugged in for a couple hours. So, yeah. But, yeah, if we can hit it hard next summer, I bet you by fall it'll probably be up and running on its own. But I need to know, well, it's going to run 10W30. That's what I have now, so that's what it's going to run. But hopefully that's the right type of oil. If somebody can let me know, tell me. I need to get spark plugs. So if anybody knows where I can buy them from, like I said, I'll check A&I, see what they have. But they're 14 millimeter, which I guess is the diameter of the threads. And it has to be gapped anywhere from 28 to 32. So if anybody knows, I was hoping that he would have had them, but he don't. And that kind of, it's not his fault, but I just wish he would have had them in stock because it would have made my life a lot easier. And I could have put that on my bill, and that would have had to be, would have had more to my pile. So it kind of sucks. It slows me down a little bit, but I guess whatever. I got the oil, so that's all that matters, kind of. But it's 10W30, so hopefully, well, she's going to run on it regardless. So, and, yeah. So, I just need to get spark plugs, and then I need to get a starter. And then, yeah, and then the ramps. I got to get ramps. And then we should be able to hopefully pull the old starter out. I don't know. I don't know how you take the starters out. I imagine you take them out from the bottom, but it looks like you could take it out from the top because it looks like there's more room from the top. But to get to the bolts, I think you got to be underneath. So, I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. Either comes up from the top or the bottom. Either way, I'm all right with it, I guess. As long as I can get to them real easy. And then, yeah, grain truck and an electric fence. Those are our two priority projects right now that are on the go. So, I actually had a comment from another YouTuber a few days ago. He says that he's working on a car. It's actually, I think, another car just like from the movie Christine. If anybody knows that old, terror movie, Christine. Because I made a Halloween video about that a few years ago. And apparently that guy said that he bought one of those cars and he's restoring it. And I got excited about that because those are some damn nice cars. And then I told him about the old grain truck that I got going on, and he wanted to know about it. So kind of told him about that a little bit and stuff. So I don't know if he'll watch any of my videos or not, but I mean, yeah. That's well, they're coming back for more of those vans. Cool, we can get rid of them. But yeah, so yeah, I wouldn't mind having a car project too. I wouldn't mind getting like an old. Actually, what I want to get for a truck, because I kind of want like a project pickup too, but something that actually runs. But I wouldn't mind another truck like what we have now. It's been retired now, but the other Chevy 1500 that we have, the blue Big 10, I wouldn't mind finding another one of those. Because this one here is a little bit too far gone, but I might, the transmission leaks. But I might someday turn that into maybe like a bigger, a sprayer truck. It'll just be a bigger version of a sprayer that I probably would have on the 4-wheeler. Someday, maybe. I don't know. By then it'll probably be so rotted out it won't be worth it. But I wouldn't mind finding another one of those type of trucks. And ours has the round headlights. I think they made some with the square headlights. I don't know if that's a newer design, but I want the ones with the round headlights. So, but I want one that's actually runnable and drives and has heat and air conditioning. Well, it doesn't really need air conditioning, but it's got to have heat at least. Because I know our old Chevy pickup never really had heat. It did, but it was poor. You really had to, if you really wanted heat, you'd have to really give her hell. So, but yeah, for another pickup project, that's probably what I would get. Unfortunately, I ain't going to ever be able to do painting, so I don't know if there's anybody around here that does painting. That can paint vehicles, because the grain truck could use a fresh paint job, but it's not really worth it right now. So, but yeah, it would be fun to have a little project like that. But I got the grain truck right now, so I'm good with that. And then we got the farm the little farm A. That's enough projects, for now. So, but yeah, I think we'll get the grain truck going next year. If any of you guys know of any other websites where I can buy parts for it, or even websites that have actual good information on them, I would appreciate that too, because I don't know, like I said, if any of the stuff I got now, or that I have written down now, is actually correct or not. So I'm just hoping that it is, but I don't know. I'm just hoping that the son of a bitch, well, we'll get the right parts and the son of a bitch can be running by next year. That would be exciting, but I need to know basically the engine oil, make sure I got the right stuff, which I'm hoping I do. Well, if I don't, too bad, it's going to run on it. And then how many quarts the transmission takes for shit. I imagine the rear end would probably only take, for the rear axle, I imagine that only takes, half a quart. So, well, maybe a full quart, because it is kind of a big rear end. It's not like a standard pickup axle, because it's a dually, so it's got a bigger axle in it. So it probably takes maybe a full quart. I don't know, but that stuff has to get drained out and flushed with new stuff. And yeah. But yeah, so anyways, guys, I guess I'm going to take off. If you guys have any information on that truck or any websites that I can look at for parts and stuff for it, let me know, and then I'll take a look, and then maybe we can get a parts list going here, or a stockpile. So, because I would like to hit it hard in spring, and hopefully maybe by fall she'll be up and running. She probably won't purr like a kitten. She'll probably run a little rough, but once you get her running hot, and she'll probably clear out. So probably have to run some carb cleaner through it or something. But I don't know. Anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.